As we get ready for this big series between the Western Wolves and Arctic Altitude, the defending champions, we are joined here in the booth by team captain Joey Jankowski. Joey, what do you expect today?
I expect us to sweep again.
Sweep again, a team that despite being defending champions, no one had any expectations for until a late signing. Andrew Leday will be making his second appearance at Rose Field, and the rapidly improving Joey Jankowski with rookie Tom Ulrich have shaken up the league here early in the season. Also here in the booth with us is BLW alum Braden Stroop, back from his first year at the University of Arizona. Braden, welcome.
Thank you.
What are you expecting today?
I'm expecting a Wolves masterclass today.
A Wolves masterclass. Is there such a thing, or is that oxymoronic?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Luke had 3 bullpens yesterday. I know he's feeling good too.
Luke Rose had 3 bullpens the day before. This is definitely not Major League Baseball. This is big league wiffle ball, something you don't see. As we get ready, cameras get set. As we said, the altitude had no pitching, literally, at the beginning of the year, and were widely expected to be cellar dwellers. Instead, they signed Las Vegas's Andrew Leday, who National Wiffle Ball fans will know, and he looked really, really sharp in the opening series against the Pacific Panthers a couple of weeks ago, propelling his team to a series sweep. As you know, League Commissioner Logan Rose is the team captain for the Western Wolves. And they have their own rookie sensation, the number 1 pick in the draft, Jonathan Dalby. Dalby has played in York, Pennsylvania at tournaments from California to the East Coast, well known in wiffle ball circles, and he too has big expectations this season. A Rookie of the Year candidate. Braden Stroop, you played several years in big league wiffle ball. What do you remember as a couple of your highlights?
I didn't have very many since I walked all the time, but I do remember every pitcher I batted against would complain how close I was standing to the box, like on the box.
Interesting highlight to cite, Braden Stroop.
And one of my favorite highlights, not my highlight personally, but Luke's walk off in the World Series.
Luke's walk-off in the World Series is a great memory. The Arizona Diamondbacks needed some of that last night. Holy cow. Well, we'll get ready here for big league wiffle ball action. What was that fiasco last night? The Diamondbacks give up 14 runs to one of the worst teams in modern Major League history. Unbelievable. Let's hope this series lives up to those that have come before it. What a start to the BLW season. Walk-off home runs, and up steps the Trojan, the senior to be at Paradise Valley High School, Joey Jankowski, who absolutely rocked the Pacific Panthers and Logan Christie a couple of weeks ago, posting a 6 or a 700 batting average in that series. Almost unheard of in BLW. Logan Rose on the mound. These two know each other extremely well. And and gets lucky again. Joey Jankowski, king of small ball, gets on base, and that's trouble because there may be no one faster in the league than Joey Jankowski. Looks like Jonathan Dalby's in right. And as we were mentioning, Andrew Leday drove in from Las Vegas here on a spectacular and unseasonably cool day at Rose Field. 80 degrees at game time. Rose drops down, nice pitch. Luke Rosen left. Had a big week showing his girl a heck of a birthday dinner. Can he keep his momentum from this week rolling? Andrew, what's the count? 3-1 count. Nobody out. Joey Jankowski on first here in game one of this 3-game set. Just missed inside. Tough break for Rose. Hitters count. Leday looks to be measuring Rose. Hasn't faced him a lot. Almost like a boxer in the first round. Knows that he's got many more rounds ahead of him. And he swings at the screwball. And let's introduce you to Tom Ulrich. Tom is a rookie this year. He's played in a lot of BLW's tournaments. He's captured several recreational divisional championships. Known for his quick bat, frequent home runs. And there he is, gets on. Rose does not get him. Oh my, the commissioner does not handle the situation well. What was that? Had him at point blank range, missed him, tried to tag him. Flustered early. You don't usually see that, as he would say, from the veteran. Second and third, one out. Did not make the easy play at first. And here comes the hottest hitter in the league, Joey Jankowski. The altitude threatening early. The defending champs. The expected cellar dwellers. Roses looked fairly sharp. Battled back from that 4-1 count on Leday. Really needs a K here, and he took something off that one. Oh, and Jankowski hits it to the wall. It's in play. Leday only advances one base. Curious base running from, we wouldn't want to call, 2 for 2 already in this series. And the altitude just keep coming at you. Goes upstairs, jams Leday. Really took a lot off that one. Nice job by number 8. Oh, really took a lot off there. Confused Leday. It's his second strikeout already. The Wolves trying to get out of this jam, knowing runs are going to be a premium against Leday, who's probably going to have to go all 3 games today. Because if we see Ulrich or Jankowski on the mound, it's going to be something. All right, Rose, 2 outs, 2 men on. Ulrich at the plate. Rose has got it back going here. Foul ball! The quick bat of Ulrich just pulled it foul. All he has to show for that is an 0-2 count. Pivotal moment for the Wolves. They just can't afford to fall too far behind against the crafty left-hander in Leday. 0-2 count. Pitcher's count. Waste one down low. Good idea from the right-hander. Quick pitches him to no avail. He's got first base open should he need it. 2-2. And he gets Ulrich to chase up high. The Wolves stop the bleeding. But not after getting 1 run. It could have been a lot more. We go to the bottom of the first. The altitude up 1-0. Welcome back. We are here at Rose Field. It'll be league commissioner and team captain Logan Rose leading it off. Lefty versus lefty. Remind our viewers we do have a short porch like Yankee Stadium in right. Can Leday be as sharp as he was against the Pacific Panthers? One count. Joey Jankowski really playing Rose to pull, almost playing at second base. And that was an incredibly nasty pitch. If our viewers couldn't see that screwball on the top of the zone. 2-2. And yes, he did. Got him on the slider. Took a little something off of that. The Wolves looks like they've changed their lineup a little bit with Jonathan Dalby plugged into the 2-hole. Dalby can hit one out at any time against anybody. 100 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Really good hitter. And the wind is swirling here at Rose Field. It'll be interesting to see how that affects play. Down low again. Gets him down low. It's a good time to give a shout out to our good friend Brody Livingston, who left BLW this week to move to be closer to his family in Missouri. We wish him well. Hope he's watching, and know we'll be in touch. That ball literally just stopped in the air. Literally laughed at Dalby as it went by. That was an incredible off-speed pitch. And here comes Luke Rose. You never know what you're going to get from the Sun Devil to be. A transfer from the U of A, upgrading to Sun Devil country. Is that a strike? 1-1 count. Wolves looking for their first base runner. Oh, and Luke Rose had a rip at that. Just missed it. They call him Big Hit Luke. He can go an entire series without a hit, then boom. One swing can make all the difference. But he's down in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that was an incredible screwball. That's it for the Wolves. 3 straight strikeouts for Leday. We talked him up before the game, and he did not disappoint there in the bottom of the first. And we are back live at Rose Field as we go to the top of the second. The altitude clinging to a 1-0 lead. And there goes Jankowski. First out of the game. Grounds out to first base. Continues to put the ball in play. Jankowski could be an MVP candidate as well as a most improved player. Great job from Logan Rose taking a page out of Leday's playbook right up the middle. Luke Rose gets him, which might be the defensive play of the year so far. We did not think he had any chance. He did not give up on that play. Holy cow. As the great late Harry Carey used to say, 2 quick outs for Rose. Ulrich was very patient with that. Luke Rose decides to play it. He decides to play it. And he's safe at third. What a play. It's good to see Ulrich sliding into third, something Eugenio Suarez did not do at third yesterday. In a rundown, might have cost the Diamondbacks some momentum and the game with that boneheaded move. Not Ulrich. Luke Rose could have called it unplayable, decided not to. And here comes the hot hitting Jankowski. J squared. Nice pitch, but just missed inside. Hitters count at 2-0. Ooh, and just missed up top. Jankowski's eyes are getting bigger on a 3-0 count, and is Rose pitching him around him a little bit, maybe with first base open? Comes right back at him, and Jankowski gives himself the green light. 4-1. And that's a walk. Jankowski's been at base 3 out of his 4 times. And here comes Leday. Had a rip at that. Wolves playing with fire again here. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Top of the second. Reminder, we're playing 3 today on this Chamber of Commerce Day here at Rose Field in Paradise Valley, Arizona. Great pitch by Rose. Really tied up Leday on that one. 3-2 now. 2 outs with Luke Rose in left and Jonathan Dalby in right. And he hits it! Leday off the scoreboard! It is going to be 1 run comes in. Leday on a 2-strike hit. The altitude continue to press. Yes, he did. Jumps ahead 0-1. It's 2-0 now. Altitude over the Wolves. First and third. Nick the top. Almost an impossible pitch to hit. Good job by 8. 0-2. And he gets him. Gets out of the jam, but not before giving up one more. We go to the bottom of the second with the altitude sporting a 2-0 lead. And it will be Andrew Leday back on the mound. Before we get started here in the bottom of the second, if he's watching, I want to give a hello to Evan Porter, one of our friends out in Michigan, great wiffle ball enthusiast. Wish him well. Have a great summer, Evan. Here comes Logan Rose, gets his second look at Leday. 1-0 count. Jankowski back in left with Ulrich in right. Comes with a straight slider. They gives you about 4 or 5 different looks. And gets him again. Rose has not figured out that slider yet, and up steps Jonathan Dalby. The Wolves looking for their first hit of the day, their first base runner of the day. Down 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Joey Jankowski, team captain, strategizing with his rookie. People around the league are starting to ask, can the Arctic Altitude repeat as champion, something that's never happened in BLW history? Few teams that might have something to say about that. Dalby stays with it, but fouls it off. First contact of the day for the Wolves here in the bottom of the second. If you want to look up Wiffle Ball Clinic, just watch Andrew Leday and what he's doing right now. Forget that Luke Rosefeld went off in his first at bat. That was a pitch to hit, and Luke Rose knows it. And that's it. Perfect so far. 6 men up, 6 Ks for Leday. And this is the look the Pacific Panthers had early in their series. Can they get to him? The Panthers did have their moments. The Wolves are going to need theirs as well as we go to the top of the third with the Altitude still leading 2-0. It's been a very quick game so far. Very entertaining. Joey Jankowski will lead it off again for the Altitudes. Been on base a number of times here already today. Staying as hot as the weather that's soon to be in Arizona. Laid off that sidearm slider. Down low, falls behind in the count 3-1. 2-0 Altitude as they look to keep their undefeated record early in the BLW season. That was the Jankowski of previous years, not the Jankowski of this year. And Rose gets him, really takes something off there. Nice job by the right-hander. And that's Jankowski's first strikeout after several hits, walks. Andrew Leday, as Luke Rose plays him very deep in center. Great pitch on the outside of the zone. Not much Leday could have done with that one. But he has the entire left side of the field available to him. Rose tries to paint the corner again, but misses. 2-2 count. No, he didn't. Had him 0-2. It's now 3-2. Puts it in play. Finds the hole. Not much you can do with that. Nice try by Luke Rose coming all the way over from left field. It's an infield single for Andrew Leday. And they are pinch running, putting the fleet-footed Joey Jankowski at first. Chases it upstairs, falls behind 0-2. Ulrich and Luke Rose are two of the freest swingers in this league, and they are facing off here today. Great off-speed pitch. Gets Ulrich looking. Rose is throwing a good game. Altitude are just really tough at the plate. They just put the ball in play, keep the pressure on. Jankowski's looking to put this game away with a big hit. Strike, Joey. 1-1, 2 outs. That was the quickest of pitches. Not just a quick pitch, but a quick pitch. 2-1. There's a speed limit of 73 miles an hour in BLW. That pitch looked like it was about 37 miles an hour. Really confused Jankowski. And we've got a 3-2 count. Oh, just missed. And it's full. 2 outs. Top of the last for team captain Joey Jankowski. Oh, and he rips it. Luke Rose that's an unplayable, that's a tough break for the altitude. As Ulrich was almost certainly going to score there. And the Tan Man, the Trojan, stays hot with his another double today. His second of the game one. Rose finds himself in another jam here. First base is open. He got away with pitch that hung a little bit there. And that's two Leday knows he might have done something with. Instead, all he has to show for it is a 1-2 count. Wolves have got to get this out if they want to stay in this game. Just a little up high. It's a 3-2 count as both pitchers are working quickly here. Oh, he showed him a little different look. Confused the announcer. We can imagine how Leday was feeling. We didn't know if he was praying here on a Sunday or what he was doing with that ball. But a nice job by Logan Rose to get out of that inning. We go to the bottom of the last with the altitude up 2-0. Here we go. It is the bottom of the third, which means it's the bottom of the last here in game one of this series between the Arctic Altitude and Western Wolves. The Wolves have not figured out the enigma, the riddle, the rhyme of Andrew Ledet. 6 men up, 6 strikeouts, only 2 foul balls to show for their ABs so far. Rose behind in the count, 0-2. Gets him with the slider for the 3rd time today. We don't know if we've ever seen a perfect game with 9 strikeouts in the history of BLW. We'll have to go to the record books for that. But that's what Andrew Ledet is working on. But as we mentioned, Dalby can hit any pitcher anywhere in the world. He's that kind of hitter. Does it again, starting to track him a little bit, and that's what the Panthers did with Ledet. Game 1 didn't look good. Started finding it in Game 2 and Game 3. Should have won 1 or 2 of those games. 0-2 count to Dalby. Took an awful lot off that. Why? Didn't look like it. So, since the speed limit was eclipsed at 75 miles an hour, that's a no pitch. Dalby did not strike out, but it's still 0-2. Jankowski playing very deep and left. And we may be witnessing history here, Braden Stroop. 8 men up, 8 strikeouts. Can Luke Rose interrupt history? Oh, what? 0-2. It's not only got a lot of movement, Ledet is very efficient. No walks. 1 strike away from BLW history. It's also where Mason Fink, Mason Ferris found himself. Oh, and that's it. Let's stop talking about others. Let's talk about Andrew Ledet. Throws a perfect game in Game 1, striking out all 9 Wolves. The Altitude pressed Logan Rose despite a good performance on the mound, grinding out 2 runs. But the Altitude go to 4-0 on the year. The Wolves fall to 2-2. We'll see you soon, very soon, for Game 2. Welcome back to Rose Field for Game 2 on this spectacular 80-degree day in this series between the Western Wolves, one of the founding members of the league, and the Arctic Altitude. Team captain Joey Jankowski and Logan Rose facing off for the umpteenth time. And if you're still with us after Game 1, you watched Andrew Ledet pitch a perfect game. Not just a perfect game. Nobody but 2 foul balls, all strikeouts, and he is back on the mound looking sharp again. But again, we remind Braden Stroop against the Pacific Panthers, they kind of look like the Wolves in Game 1, only to start hitting them in Games 2 and 3 and really had a chance to win those. What did you see from Ledet, Braden, in Game 1?
He's very consistent. Knew exactly what he was attacking every player how he wanted, and yeah, overall just very consistent. Knew what he wanted to do.
The thing about facing Ledet is you're not going to walk your way to a win. You're going to have to hit your way to a win. You're not going to see 3 straight walks, maybe not even see 2 straight walks at any point in the series. Jonathan Dalby did have the best swings on the Wolves there in Game 1. All right, we had a Deputy Commissioner Carson Rose with a quick visit to the booth. Back to the action. Dalby versus Ledet. Great pitch on the outside part of the plate. Get the sense that Dalby is going to be the first one to break through for the Wolves. Three-two. One out here in the top of the first of Game 2. Dalby had a pitch to hit, was clearly looking for something else. And that's 11 straight strikeouts to start this series for Andrew Ledet. We mentioned at the top of the day, Luke Rose can surprise you at any point. Hit one out, spark a rally, but that screwball is causing him all kinds of problems. For our viewers, that last pitch by Ledet moved about 3 feet. Where it started, where it ended. Luke Rose behind in the count, 1-2. Good rip there. Yes, he did. And that is 12 straight strikeouts for Andrew Ledet. After that Panthers series, how good he was on the mound. I think he's showing it here today. The Wolves are changing it up. Logan Rose threw a good Game 1, but they're going with the big right-hander, Jonathan Dalby, in Game 2. It's the strength of the Wolves. They're 3 deep. They are missing Trevor Bauer today, too, which is a big miss. Wow, Dalby's curveball looks like it's, I don't know if it's the wind or it's his grip, but ball had a lot of movement here as we go to the bottom of the first, tied at 0. Jonathan Dalby is ready to go. Luke Rose will be in left, and Logan Rose is manning right. Joey Jankowski was on base 5 or 6 times in that first game. Takes the first pitch here right down the middle. from 52. Dalby looked real good in warm-ups, throwing a lot of strikes. Kowski behind in the count, something we didn't see in game one a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kowski also had a couple of doubles there in game one. Fouls it off, stay alive for our viewers. A foul ball into the zone with 2 strikes would count as an out, a strike, but it was outside the zone, so Jankowski stays alive. Just a little outside. Behind in the count 1-2. Jankowski's drawn back full. Wind continues to swirl quite a bit. And draws a walk. Ledet has obviously had a big impact on this game, but was also part of perhaps the best defensive play we've seen in BLW this season, hitting one up the middle, and Luke Rose got him, stuck with it, and got him at first. The Wolves have got to keep the altitude at bay with the way Ledet is throwing. Figure if they're going to win a game, it's got to be 1-0, maybe 2-1. Anything more, and they're in big trouble. Great pitch from Dalby. Going back to Ledet on the mound, the thing that makes it all the more impressive, Braden Stroop, is, we now have a 73-mile-an-hour limit. We didn't used to have a limit. Then we had an 80-mile-an-hour limit. Then 75. And that was an incredibly nasty curveball from Dalby. There's a lot of movement on that pitch. Nice job. If Dalby can find the zone with that curveball, especially against right-handers, they literally will have no chance against it. It was that good. Ulrich was solid in game one, the rookie. Oh, and he just takes it out. And he is more than solid here in game two. Tom Ulrich showing that he deserves that promotion from the rec division to the real deal regular season. A home run, making the score 2-0. Not what the Wolves wanted. One count to Jankowski here. The altitude have struck again. Ooh, just foul. 1-2 count now. 1-1 count. We had a speed violation there from Dalby. Okay. 1-2 count. Stand corrected. Everyone's looking at that curveball going, how are you getting that much movement on it? But he hasn't thrown it for a strike yet. It's 2-2 count. Not a lot of energy from the Wolves right now. Lost game 1 2-0. Down here already 2-0 after the Ulrich home run. And Jankowski! Oh, and Rose can't make the play. Nice try, though. Jankowski again. On base twice. Leday steps in. Got unlucky on that one. 0-1 count. Got the arm. Still only one out. The altitude, as they've done all series long, just putting people on base. In all 3 innings in game 1, they either scored or had runners in scoring position. Dalby misses low. Up high. Hitters count at 4-1. Nice job by Dalby to bring it to full. Carson Rose, for the altitude, the only undefeated team left in the league at this point. Shows you the balance that we have here in BLW. Full count now. Runner on first. And here comes the hero so far of game 1. He was the last pick in the draft. Might have to start calling him Brock Purdy. He's been looking pretty good here, Braden Stroop, in the first 2 series. Dalby having trouble finding the zone right now. Rio count. It's back in the at bat with that strike there. Some very funny commentary taking place online, Braden Stroop. Misses again. Dalby's got to dig deep right now. First and second, 1 out, already behind 2-0. And he gets the pitch he needed there. Everyone's got an opinion online here at what's taking place at Rose Field. From the serious to the sardonic. Oh, and you can't do anything with that pitch. There's just nothing. When it nicks the top of the zone like that, Dalby gets a much needed out. And here comes the hottest hitter in the league, Joey Jankowski. Been on base maybe 7 of his 9 at bats today. Jumps ahead in the count 1-0. A lot of pitches, 52s thrown here in the first. You want to talk about a lot of pitches. What Logan Christie did for the Pacific Panthers against the Desert Diamonds the other day was something to behold. Must have thrown 300, 350 pitches through the course of that series. Wolves need some Red Bull. They need something good to happen here. Looked pretty sharp in game 1, but they looked deflated here in game 2. Great pitch. 4-1 count now to Jankowski. Another nice job by Dalby. Seems to have found his go-to pitch. Goes to the same pitch 3 straight times. Jankowski goes down. The Wolves finally get out of the bottom of the first, but not before Tom Ulrich hits a 2-run bomb, giving his team and Andrew Ledet a 2-0 lead. Our viewers are continuing to watch history. Never before in BLW has a pitcher started with 12 straight strikeouts, a perfect game in game 1, a perfect first in game 2. Andrew Ledet is dealing, and he's jumped ahead 0-2 on Logan Rose. Nice job by 8 to lay off that pitch. The commissioner, can he get a rally started? Two-two. The Wolves looking for controversy here as there's a question if Ledet's pitch hit the bottom of the zone. And that is 13 straight strikeouts. The Wolves have yet to put a ball in play in a game and a half against Andrew Ledet. Can Jonathan Dalby be first? Not so far. Quickly behind, 0-2 in the count. Whether you're a sailor, a tennis player, hockey player, or just a fan of sports, what Andrew Ledet is doing right now to a very good Western Wolves team is quite impressive. Two-two. And that is another strikeout for the left-hander, the southpaw. 14 straight strikeouts, Braden Stroop, to start this series. We've never seen anything like this. No walks, no hits, no balls in play, just Ks. Good rip by Luke Rose. Seeing that slider pretty well. Check swing on that one. 2-1. The thing about Ledet, you never see like a 4-1 count, a 4-0 count. You're never in a hitter's count, at least today. Now it's 2-2. And we continue to watch perfection at Rose Field. 15 straight strikeouts, 9 in game 1, 6 in game 2. You just have to shake your head. You have to admire what the southpaw is doing. Jonathan Dalby is set to go. The Wolves look like they're at a funeral right now. As we go to the top of the third, they have got to put a goose egg on the board here in the top of the third. Altitude won 2-0 in game 1, up 2-0 here in game 2. In what so far has been the greatest pitching performance in BLW history by Andrew Ledet. Three-two. Job by Dalby to get back in the count after beaning the announcer here in the booth. Ledet stays alive. Does not feel good, Braden Stroop, to get hit by a 70-mile-an-hour wiffle ball. As Jonathan Dalby waves it off. Appreciate the sportsmanship. Full count. Right back up the middle. Nice play. Rose covers it first. Good start for the Wolves. The rookie, Tom Ulrich, had a 2-run bomb earlier to right center field. That is the difference in this game. In fact, Ledet has one of the only 2 hits in this game so far. Great pitch from the right-hander. Misses low. Granted, the Pacific Panthers have some outstanding hitters. It did some damage to the Day in their opening series, but Wolves might think Braden Stroop about getting a hotline to one of their players right now and asking how they did it, what he was throwing, what's the secret, because they are not having much luck. Inside. Good pitch, but also one to hit. And that's a foul tip into the zone for the second out of the inning. Wolves showing some sign of life here. Gowski's had a walk, a single, and a strikeout here. Pretty much everything you can do in wiffle ball here in game 2. Lays off a nice pitch. Right back up the middle. Oh, and he throws it away. He looked like the Colorado Rockies in the first inning yesterday. That's an error. Should have ended it. Is that going to come back to haunt the Wolves? It's easier said than done on making those throws to first. It's the grip of the ball, the wind. It's not like in baseball. Back up the middle. Dalby. Oh, it rose off of his hands. What in the world was that? The Wolves with 2 plays that should have been made bounced off the commissioner's hands, and we now have first and third. Dalby got Ulrich last time up. Altitude could put this game away. 52 goes to his money pitch. Really took something off there. Nice job by the big right-hander. 0-2. Pitcher's count. Can he get out of this? Holy cow! Was that a curveball? Even the hitter's looking at that going, I had no chance. 0. 1-2. Huge moment for the Wolves. Right back up the middle. The airs come back to haunt the Wolves. That's another run. Puts them up 3-0. As Ulrich continues his own hot hitting. 2 for 4 here in game 2. 3 balls right back up the middle. This inning should be over. And the hottest hitter in the league is at the plate. One. 2-1 now. Desperation starts to set in for the Wolves. The altitude get a lead these days. It's like Tiger Wood on all those Sundays. He'd get the lead and that tournament was over. way you kind of feel about Scotty Scheffler here as he starts his quest for his first PGA championship. Braden Stroop played well yesterday. Stroop also walked Augusta National here just last month. Three-two count, 2 outs. And a fourth. Oh, and they have no play at first. The fourth consecutive ball to get hit back up the middle would also maybe a BLW first. An infield single for Jankowski loads the bases. It's a series of firsts. 15 consecutive strikeouts for Leday. 4 straight balls right up the middle. Only one of which should have been a hit. Instead, the altitude keep pressing, putting the ball in play, putting pressure on the defense, and you can see what happens. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 altitude. And that ball is gone. A grand slam for the Arctic Altitude. 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. Crushing it on the mound, at the plate, and all because the Wolves gave them those extra opportunities. Should have been a 2-0 ball game, Braden Stroop. Instead, we now have a 7-0 ball game. Nice pitch. One count, Braden Stroop. 0-2 count. The Wolves just looking to get out of this nightmare inning. Ulrich brings it back, 2-2. We hope our viewers will continue to stay tuned because there could be more history in the making in the top of the third when Andrew Leday takes the mound. Perfect game in game one. Perfect so far in game two. Puts it in play. Can Rose make a play? Gets him at first. No, he doesn't. Nice job. Goes head first. Tom Ulrich does. Doesn't let up despite the 7-0 lead. The Wolves are struggling in the field. Sometimes Braden Stroop, even as an announcer, you don't know what to say. Two-zero count. Dalby's talking to himself. They might need a team meeting and team building after this inning. Kowski heading the count 3-0. Another nice pitch from the right-hander. And that's it. That's a punch out. You don't see Jankowski strike out a lot this season. You did there, but not before the altitude, Braden Stroop. Get 5 more. 3 is about to visit us again right now. The day warming up. We don't even know what to say at this point. It's going to be up to Logan Rose, Jonathan Dalby, and Luke Rose to say enough history today. Here we go. Well, they've thrown a lot of first count strikes, didn't that time. Pops it foul. Good swing. The Wolves just looking to solve this riddle for game 3. Great pitch. 1-2. Kowski and left. Really nice job by Rose to stay alive on that screwball. Good quick at bat. Quick bat, we should say, from Rose. He's behind in the count. 1-2. Oh, and the first. Oh, and he gets him at first. Unbelievable. The strikeout streak, the record is over, but the perfect game remains intact. Nice play. Bang, bang at first. But Logan Rose may have just showed that he's just a man, Rock. He's just a man, to quote those great Rocky movies. Dalby has had the best swings in the series for the Wolves. Nice job by Logan Rose to try to break up the perfect game. Now it's Jonathan Dalby's turn. Joey Jankowski's had nothing to do in left, and he's basically picking leaves off the tree, knowing he's got the big left-hander going. Strong today. And they are frustrated. 1 out away from perfect game number 2. Logan Rose rooting on his cousin and teammate. We called Brody Livingston the magician, but with we might have a new magician in town. 0-2. One, two now. Wolves playing for pride. No team has been perfect gamed twice in a row. Until now. Hasta luego, Luke Rose. Game 2 ends with another perfecto from Andrew Leday. Not only Rookie of the Year candidate, MVP candidate. What are we watching here at Rose Field? Logan Rose is the only player, the only Wolf to put the ball in play in 2 games. We hope to see you soon for game 3 as Andrew Leday looks to extend an impossible record. going for his third perfect game in a row. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Braden Stroop, those chips were very, very good. As we get ready for game 3, it will be Jonathan Dalby, and an interesting decision by team captain Logan Rose back on the mound rather than throwing the Ocho. Two nothing altitude in game 1, 7-0 altitude in game 2. They have pressed the Wolves all series long, and of course, the big story we'll be paying attention to, Braden Stroop, in game 3 is, can Andrew Ledet complete a series perfect game? Game 1, game 2, game 3. He's throwing that in game 1 and game 2. Jankowski plays small ball again, and they better be. Oh my gosh, what was that? Wolves asleep in the field, not understanding Jankowski's speed, and you got to give Jankowski a double on that. We've never seen an infield double ever in BLW. We just saw it there. Very lackadaisical play in the field again from the Wolves, and it's gotten them into trouble all series long. They put the ball in play. They're going to get the out at first. Check Jankowski at third. Nice job by Logan Rose. The Wolves have had trouble getting strikeouts, Braden Stroop, here today. And we're seeing the danger of that. Just putting the ball in play, getting the runner to third. If I'm not mistaken, Braden Stroop, the altitude have had runners on base in every single inning of this series. Oh, you can. Oh my! Rips it to left. That ball is still in play. Oh, and he stops. Now he goes. And Rose tries to paw it out of the oleanders instead. Ulrich with a double. And they continue to hit Wolves pitching. And that is a triple. That will score Tom Ulrich from second base. Joey Jankowski with a double, then a triple. It could be cycle time for Joey Jankowski. And the Wolves making an early move. A lot of viewers were questioning